Devastation tonight for a farmer near Jones who says that someone poisoned his plants, leaving him to deal with damage.
Millions of flightless insects known as Mormon crickets have now descended on swaths of Nevada.
This is definitely going to bother some of you guys out there. Some of you are thinking, if it gets that bad, I'm going to grow my own food. I can plant my own garden, be self-sufficient if it comes to that. Even though in some areas it's no longer allowed. Well, what if you do lean on that option? I'll grow my own food. Self-sufficiency, emergency preparedness. Well, what if your garden gets poisoned, taken out by air? What if something gets released that takes care of all the crops out there? What if I told you both scenarios might already be happening? Like I said, this is gonna make some of you guys upset. Important information you should know coming right up. If you guys are brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we go over news and awareness, stuff you should know about. If you happen to find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So no joke, this might already be happening. What if you did what a lot of us want to do, grow a huge garden, be feeling great about it? Finally, self-sufficiency, growing your own food, probably heirloom seeds, none of that GMO stuff, getting a little bit closer to off-grid. Well, for some of you out there, this is already happening. And what comes next may also already be happening. One of our community members sent me this news article of a small farmer with a garden like you and I, and it happened to him. His entire garden, probably acres of garden, selling those sought out, wholesome vegetables and fruits that we all want, that doesn't have any of those additives that we're seeing these days. Could have the unthinkable happened to this guy? Entire crop poisoned? You're not gonna believe it. Wait till I show you this. One of two things that are going on right now.
This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
What I was so proud of just a day ago is now hard to even show people.
Devastation tonight for a farmer near Jones who says that someone poisoned his plants, leaving him to deal with damage.
Jim Garner and Bob Milsky, News 9, shows us the devastation from the air. Field after field at Ruzicki Farms filled with dying plants, all of which were growing chemical-free produce.
Did you guys hear that part? Chemically free produce. That's what we're after these days. We don't want any of those special additives. We want wholesome, chemical-free. Well, what's happening to some of us that are going down that route and helping others with this stuff?
Right now, police are investigating and Michael Ruzicki is figuring out how to start over, but he is not giving up. News 9 photojournalist Jorge Gill shares his story.
I was devastated. Fear, for one. How am I supposed to pay my bills? How am I supposed to feed my customers? This morning, around 6 o'clock, and started to notice a few plants that just didn't look right. And I started to look around a little bit more to the farm and noticed more and more plants that had looked like they were sprayed with some sort of herbicide.
Now, this just may be interesting to some of you, but for some of you out there, grow gardens. And you know how hard that would hit you. You spent probably last fall getting ready for this, all spring cultivating and growing your crops, babying your plants, growing them up. It turns into a personal thing and touches home. Those of you that know that feeling and waking up to see what looks like your entire crop getting poisoned, that's a devastating feeling.
It hurts. It makes me feel angry. I'm sad. I'm sad that somebody could do this, not only to me, but to so many other people that rely on this produce. Tomatoes are one of our more valuable products and most popular and sought after, so they seem to be the target. You can see the zucchini and squash on those right here. We would have been harvesting this probably in a day or so. I'll probably harvest it, take it home and use it, but as far as selling it to or giving it to our customers, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not sure that I'll be able to offer it this season. We'll see. There may still be a bright outcome. Yeah, we won't be giving up. We're gonna double down and push forward.
What a shame. Michael says he is sending off plants and soil samples to OSU for testing to figure out what was sprayed on them. He also filed a police report this morning and an investigation is underway.
Well, good for him by sending out those samples and filing a police report. Don't know what's gonna come of it, but I'm gonna reach out to this guy, see if we can get an update, find out if and what chemical that was that ruined his entire crop. But this is the question that so many people are thinking. Are they gonna poison us out by the air? It's a crazy speculation, right? But what happened here? This guy has a huge crop. By the sounds of it, no foot tracks, no sign of trespassing or breaking an entry. What's left, guys? Something from the air? Like I said, if that's the case, absolutely disgusting. Definitely something to be concerned about. Now on to this other thing. You've heard of mass infestations, a certain bug or pest that could wipe out just about every crop out there? Wait till you hear what's happening now. But real quick, if you guys don't have a source for good non-GMO heirloom seeds, Survival Garden Seeds is what we use. Special link down in the description below. Best seeds hands down, and seed vaults for your prepper pantry that I've ever came across. It's what we grow in our garden, guaranteed to grow. So if you guys need to stock up on that, special link down below. And be sure to stay tuned because we're working on a couple giveaways of those vaults that'll be coming up real soon. Now about these bug infestations. Have you heard about the Mormon crickets? What? Yeah, the Mormon crickets. Something we should be worried about. This is something that every farmer out there dreads hearing about it. And you know what? Nevada is already getting hit. Millions of Mormon crickets invade parts of Nevada. Some are wondering out there, is this planned too?
Millions of flightless insects known as Mormon crickets have now descended on swaths of Nevada, taking over homes in the city of Elko, Nevada, blanketing roads, even the local hospital. Some homeowners are using vacuums and power washers to clear out the crickets. Killing the 2-inch long plump crickets can lead to a smell described as burning flesh. The sheer quantity of insects on the streets now forcing the Nevada Department of Transportation to use plows and warn of slick roads.
Do you guys see that road? That is millions, maybe trillions of 2-inch long crickets. Geez, that's about that big. That is an infestation if I've ever seen one. You definitely don't want to be walking out through that.
It's due to the squashed bugs.
It's almost like an oil slick. I actually, at this intersection, was coming home, and as I came around the corner, I came around a little too fast, and I about ended up in the ditch full of water. It was pretty intense.
This cricket's so thick that you round a corner and you slide because you're squishing that many. That's definitely too many for me.
Outbreaks of Mormon crickets have been recorded throughout history across the West in Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Montana, and Oregon, causing widespread damage to crops and other vegetation. Experts say the crickets have a 4 to 6 year cycle and then go dormant. For people in Elko, relief can't come soon enough.
They just eat, because they eat everything. Anything in their path, they'll eat, including each other.
So not sure if you caught that part. Eats everything in their path. Crops, yeah, the stuff that fills our grocery stores. This type of infestation gets into our agriculture, fields, crops, 100% done for. And with many people saying that our agriculture, food, livestock is under attack, well, many are thinking this might be a fabricated event as well. Crickets or bugs like that could plague an area for years until predators could get them under control. So the question is this some sort of an attack on our food industry, on our farmers, on our agriculture, and our good, clean food that we want? How hard would it be to manufacture a huge event like this? Well, as many of you already know, those that have watched our channel for a while, we know that there's already huge cricket manufacturers and mealworm manufacturers that have millions, because that's what they want us to eat. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah, if they get rid of the beef, if they get rid of the natural produce, lots of chemicals could make up for that. Stuff that's grown in labs. Haven't seen that in the stores lately, have you? Or have you? Many of you heard about the 200,000 cows in Ireland that they were going to get rid of. If that's new to you, why, you might ask? Well, let's just Google it and see what they have to say from the articles. Cows, like all living mammals, produce greenhouse gases which could threaten their existence. According to the Telegraph, Ireland is reportedly considering killing 200,000 cows in the country to meet the European Union's climate targets. If you guys aren't paying attention to what's going on, you better start waking up, because if they can off 200,000 cows, but at the front end of that conversation, they said, like all living mammals, well, doesn't that chalk us all up to a threat? Yeah, you might want to be thinking about that a little bit harder. So, food for thought. And if you're new here, you know that we're helping thousands of people switch to better stuff. We're talking about 100% made in America, family-owned business, non-toxic consumer goods. And we can also get you the best beef on the market out there, hands down. No chemicals ever. That's right, never ever raised with hormones or antibiotics. Fully integrated means it goes from the ranch straight to your house. It's time for you guys to start voting with your dollars and paying attention what's in your stuff and where you're getting it from and who you're supporting. Switch with RHL.com, link in the description if some of you guys out there need a better option. And if that's not for you, do your research. Find out what's in these foods out there. Get to know your local farmers markets, your local farmers, buy direct. Because I'm telling you what, guys, we are getting backed into a corner. And I'm gonna have some more good information for you guys on this coming up very soon. So be sure to stay tuned because you're not gonna wanna miss all the information I bring up probably this weekend. A lot of you gonna be thinking twice about going to the grocery store. Anyway, thanks to some of our community members for sending me those articles. Definitely something that we want to keep on our radar because you know what? Things ain't getting any better out there. As I know more, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.